Welcome back everyone to the channel. Today I'm doing my favorite thing to do on this channel, open Blu-rays on camera. It's so much fun. It's October Halloween Blu-ray horror spectacular special. I'm doing it again for the second year in a row. Last year was super fun. You can see all the things. Some of the things I got are up here. All the Shout Factory Halloween 4Ks. I didn't get the new ones this year. I could not spend $100 on 3 movies. One of which is only good, and so that will have to wait till it goes down to cheaper because $105 is just way too much to commit. I already own those 3 movies. I got them last year in last year's unboxing special, and so I haven't watched them yet, and I just don't have the money to get that. But I did get a bunch of movies this time. I'm really excited about the ones I got. It's not as much as last year based on packaging alone, but that doesn't mean there's not a million great good things in here. And let's just get started, why don't we? Oh fuck, I have to go get that. That was wild. This first Blu-ray set is not the most horror stuff I have. I would say it's more thriller adventure, but we have to give Brendan Fraser some love. I'm very excited to go see The Whale, so let's see what the Mummy trilogy is like. I have seen all 3 of these movies before. These were ones that my parents had on DVD. The front is pretty good. You know, Brendan Fraser is the bomb of it all. But I love how each Blu-ray has their own specific little symbol. You know, you have like the Egyptian symbol. You have the Scorpion King. That's the second movie, I think, right? Mummy Returns. But the Scorpion King is shown at the beginning, and then the Dragon Emperor has that. It's great. I'm gonna love this on my shelf. I'm really excited to rewatch these movies. And let's move on to the next one. The next one is one that I will definitely be watching on Halloween. It's gonna be a first viewing for me outside of watching the kill count. It is going to be Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat, not Trick or Treat. It's Trick or Treat. So I only got the $7 version of this movie, really $6.99. There is a Shout Factory collector's edition of it, but that's a difference of $13, and I really needed to limit myself to only one Shout Factory collector's edition, which you'll see later in the video. So I just got the regular Trick or Treat. It's giving me the vibes I have to watch on Halloween, given that it takes place on Halloween. And I think the cover is really interesting. This like pumpkin head is super weird looking. Going inside, the Blu-ray is very simple. I think it's the lollipop pumpkin that Sam's holding. I have seen the kill count of this, so I know what happens in this movie, but I've never watched it on its own. There is a movie I'm not going to show you because I don't want anyone to get spoiled. I got a movie specifically for us to watch on Halloween. I'm not gonna, I could show you, I'll show you it in a video after the Halloween season, so it's not spoiling anyone. But we're gonna start with the actual collector's edition that I got, The Thing. So Shout Factory's collector edition of The Thing is what I got this year. I love this artwork that they had done for it. I've never seen this movie either. I've only seen the kill count, which unfortunately, I know it's gonna happen. But it's been a year since I've watched it, so I don't really remember. So going inside, we have the Blu-ray. It's such an interesting, it looks like kind of like the monster itself thing is on the Blu-ray, and then the special feature disc is like the ice. And there is a backside to the slipcover with the original poster, which is definitely what I'm gonna show. Even though the artwork is cool, I do like the original poster more. So I had a big decision to make this time, whether I get the Conjuring collection that they just released. It has the 3 Conjuring movies, the 3 Annabelle movies, and The Nun. So I could have gotten that, although really the Nun is the only movie I haven't seen on that. I'm refraining from it because I just know it's not that good, but I'll get to it at some point. So I was either going to get that, just because I don't have any of the Conjuring movies outside of the DVD edition of The Conjuring that I have. I went for something I've seen none of before. Again, I have watched the kill counts. I love Dead Meat so much. You're gonna hear me say that over and over again. And it's a franchise, so it makes sense that they got to it already. But I got the Leprechaun franchise, and that's like the big franchise I got this time. So to start out with, we have the Leprechaun 7 movie collection. This has all the Leprechaun movies from the original to Origins. The cover is basic, you know, collection cover. It just has a specific thing on it. In this case, it's Leprechaun-y. And then the back has all like the movies telling you which ones are in it. So let's just open it up. This is some very interesting packing. I wouldn't have expected multiple movies to be on the same disc, but that is what they're going for. Leprechaun and Leprechaun 2 are on the first disc. The next two movies are on the second. The In the Hood 2 movies are on the same disc. And then Leprechaun Origins is just like the regular Blu-ray disc that they would have given out elsewhere. WWE is involved in that one? That's crazy. I forgot that. Fun collection to have. I'm excited to get into these movies. I've never, again, seen them before, so I don't know what I'm expecting. I know most of them aren't good, but you never know if I enjoy them or not. And then not included in the collection is Leprechaun Returns. This is like the requel to the first Leprechaun, so it takes place in only the first Leprechaun's continuity, if I remember correctly. I love the tagline, "Back to Shamrock, your world." It's fun. It's very basic packaging. There's nothing real special about it. Let's get inside. The disc is interesting. I don't know if there's a moment where Leprechaun will do like a Freddy slash, but that's kind of like what we're getting on the Blu-ray disc. It's a very interesting take. It is an old Blu-ray. Well, the movie came out in 2018, so I assume this is this is not a re-release of it. This is just like the initial release. I'm used to having collections, and then there's one movie that's never included, so you have to like get that separately. You know, Scream 4 is not included in the main collection. Nightmare on Elm Street doesn't have the remake on it, so that's interesting. It's a weird thing that collections won't include everything, but maybe that's because a different studio makes it so they can't. I don't know. So let's just move on to the last package, which is this one. It has a ton of movies that I'm very excited for. Some of which I've seen, some of which I have not. We're gonna start with the movies I have seen, beginning with It. This is the 2017 version of it. I did see this one in theaters. This was when I wasn't super into horror movies. This was a few weeks into college, and my friends there, we could only watch horror movies. That's all that we had the attention span for. So me and the other Garrett and my older sister, this was when Irma, I think, came, and so we had to evacuate down from Fort Lauderdale. We went to my sister's in Orlando, and we saw it in theaters. I was excited for it. I was still a big baby when it came to watching horror movies, so I was nervous, and it turns out it is a really good movie. It's classic Stephen King. It's kids in a scary movie, and you root for them. They're great characters. I love it so much. The packaging is perfect. Chef's kiss with Georgie and Pennywise holding his red balloon. That's not actually what happens in the movie, but like it's a perfect poster for this movie. What I got sent though, it's you can tell it's been from 2017. This has lived a long life. There's some damage. The plastic is kind of warped, but that's okay. That's just aesthetics. It's not really important. I'm happy to have the movie. Let's check out what the Blu-ray looks like. The disc itself is pretty cool. I like that it's just the word "it." That looks like it just got scratched off. That's pretty interesting. The Blu-ray and the DVD look the same. Oh well, I would like to see a little bit more originality, but I'm not too upset about this. I'm just happy to own the movie. And obviously, if I'm gonna get the first movie, I'm gonna get It Chapter 2 as well. This movie I also saw in theaters. It's not as good as the first one. I think it's really way too long. I think Pennywise just growing into like a giant crab monster, spoilers, sorry, isn't the most exciting as a big finale. And then what they have to do to like defeat him, it's it makes for like not as a thrilling third act. I still love this movie though. I love the cast that they brought in to replace the young actors since they are older. I think The de-aging is wild. But if you want a full review on this, I think I made one. Go check it out. It's gonna be up there. And I love that this cover is great. I love the cover that they chose. I think it's interesting because Dune is the same way. Dune, the first one is just called Dune, and then they're gonna call it Dune Part 2. Although in the movie itself, they call it Dune Part 1, and that's kind of like a really like ballsy, be like, hold on, this isn't gonna be the full movie. It was cool to see that though. I like Dune a lot. And it's just the adults. You do get some of the kids inside, and I like it a lot. And the movie itself is basically the same inside. You know, chapter 2 on the black screen. There is a bonus features itself disc, which is cool, but that's probably because this movie is like, what, 2.5 hours long? Not enough room for bonus features on it. So, yeah. I'm happy to have more modern, not really slasher movies, just to get scared. I want to get scared. I've been watching a lot of slashers. They ain't scary to me right now. I need supernatural movies. Supernatural is so scary to me. And it's kind of like that. It's not so slasher. It's thrilling. It's scary. I like it a lot. I have stated a lot that found footage is my favorite type of horror movie. I love them so much. I made a video on Cloverfield last year. I got the Paranormal Activities movies last year. Worst timing though, because they recently came out with like a whole collection of the Paranormal Activity movies, including the new one that was like a Paramount Plus release only. So, oopsies. I hope that one just gets released on its own Blu-ray wise. Point is, I love found footage. And shockingly, I just haven't owned this movie yet, which is really sad. But I finally have it now. I love this movie so much. It is The Blair Witch Project. This movie popularized the found footage genre. It was a movie when released, nobody knew if it was real or not, and they made the actors like sign contracts to not go out. Same thing they did with Paranormal Activity, but I think that was obviously a movie. They act like it's not, but it's obviously a movie. They made like a website for this and everything. This poster is classic, the red lettering, the woods at the top, and then her when she's holding the camera. You've seen that shot a million times. Even Matt Pat did it when he did his Blair Witch video on Film Theory. So, great movie. I love this packaging. Let's see what the disc looks like. Huh. This is surprisingly a lot more professional than I thought it was gonna be. It's this full gray disc, and then everything is white lettering on it. It's a lot more professional. I'm intrigued that it's not just like a blue disc with words on it. But yeah, that is the Blair Witch Project. I love it. I'm so happy to now own it. Increase my found footage collection. I need to get more found footage movies because that's what I want to make. I have an idea for a great found footage movie, and I think I could do it really well. So let's move on to the final movie. Okay, without doing any Googling, if you've been following my channel since I've come back this year, I've been on a Ty West kick. X and Pearl have come out. He's directed those spectacularly. I love Ty West. So he's in this movie, I think, but he's not listed on the cast. I think he plays a very small part. I think he gets killed first. For the final movie of this year's unboxing special, I got You're Next. I've never seen this movie before, but I'm excited to watch this movie. I'm really anticipating this movie, that it's gonna be great. All the hype for it has built up. Everyone says great things about You're Next. I love this cover. I love that like the title is like scratched seemingly on it. I am very excited, and then we're gonna check out what the disc looks like. And it's just basically the cover of it on the thing, although the DVD is the same. It's the same. The DVD and Blu-ray are the same. That's such a bummer. Do something different. That is why these regular editions of these movies are good to have if you want to watch them and own them. But like the Shout Factory collector's editions, I have such like an addiction towards them now. They do so many special things. Each disc is different. The packaging is nice. The slip covers are really great if you get one, or you get these like slip boxes with the Halloween ones. I love the Friday the 13th set that I got last year. I watched them all throughout the summer. Love Jason Lives. That's the best one of everyone. It's just a little bit sad to see where these go. Like, just like the laziness, I would say. Give me 2 different images. Give me a DVD image and give me a Blu-ray image. It's not that hard, people. I know that's like really like asking a lot, I guess. But I don't know. I have high standards. I love movies. I love collecting Blu-rays. I hope you enjoyed this video. Who knows when I'll do an next one of these. Maybe next year after I saved up some. Just like get a bunch of movies that I don't own yet. Because I do need movies that are not in the horror genre. Or Pixar. Or Marvel. That's a lot of what I have, and I need different movies. It's hard for me to pick a movie though. It's like not horror or any of those, because you have to like commit to owning it, and what if I've never seen it, and if it's a bad movie, I don't know what to do. And that's the world we live in, and you're taking a better chance on buying something. So that's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching my October horror Blu-ray unboxing special. It's the second one I've done. I'm really happy with it. I got so many movies. I got You're Next, It, the first one, the new one, Leprechaun, the 7-movie collection, and then Leprechaun Returns, The Blair Witch Project, It Chapter 2, Trick or Treat, the Shout Factory Collector's Edition of The Thing, and the Mummy franchise collection. I love these movies so much. I love movies in general. I'm so happy to own all of these. It's so many movies. Like, look how thick this stack is I got, and how that's gonna like change things completely on my shelves. Oh, I'm so excited. That's so many at once. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. In the comments below, tell me what movies you'd like me to cover on this channel, whether it be in a review or to add to my next unboxing list. I'm totally down and open to recommendations. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.